What's up? It's your boy Mean Joe Green, aka Prince of the Ghetto. And look, I want to talk about why they claiming Snoop Dogg is under fire because of his statement on what he made when he took his grandson to the movies to see a movie titled Lightyear. It's a Disney cartoon, called Lightyear, and Snoop Dogg took his 5-year-old son to go see it. And Snoop said during the movie, it was a scene where two girls was kissing and the other girl got the other girl pregnant. And he said his grandson was like, "Hey, Papa Snoop, how can two women have a baby? How can two girls have a baby?" And Snoop said he was like, he ain't know what to say, He was like, "Wow, what? I ain't got no answer to that." So he said he kept telling his grandson to go eat the popcorn. Like he didn't have an answer. He didn't have an answer to that. He like, what I supposed to tell him? And he getting criticized about that. I'm guessing from the LGBT community. I don't know, but I just want to speak on that. And me personally, I have no problem with the LGBT community. No problem at all. If that's how y'all do, salute to you, But my thing is, why force it on the kids? Kids, their minds are not even developed yet. And they going to Disney watching these movies and sooner or later these kids, this generation gonna think that it's okay, this normal. When in reality it's really not normal. And I'm not saying for the people that's already like that, the rainbow community, y'all chose that as y'all got older to make your own decisions. But what I'm saying is we don't want to just force this on these 4, 5, 6 years old kids. Let them live and make their own decisions. Because if they keep playing scenes and putting these into cartoons, then the kids gonna think it's normal. Two little boys can be friends and they get in the room together because they seen these cartoons. They'll go to kissing each other thinking it's cool. And if you, like I said, if you choose, they're cool, but we want to give these kids their own right. Let them grow up, be a man, know that this is a woman and man we create, and let them choose that. Some kids might, I don't want to go that way. I want a woman. But if that child get older, he get 18, 19, and then they finally realize like they want to go that way, cool. They made their own decision, no forcing. But see, they putting these all in these cartoons, and that's really forcing the kids, if you think about it. Because the kids looking there and they like, there's nothing wrong with it. And it's crazy to me, and they really pushing it in the black community. The black, the Latino, because if you ever see a HIV commercial, you will see only 2 black people, 2 black men, 2 black women, and they are talking about take this pill, and so they already letting you know what they can lead to, but they just want to make it like it's okay to do this. Pushing it on the black community, But like I say, my thing is, we don't need to push it on the kids. They need to keep that out of the cartoons, And I heard that's why Disney, is really not, getting a lot of sales, because parents are seeing this. And we ain't going to see that. They stopping their kids. They don't want their little 5-year-old kids to go see stuff like that because they going to be curious and have questions. And which is right. I don't want my child to see this right now, That's why I think while we got this internet, if you do have a 4 or 5-year-old child, let them watch the cartoons that you used to watch when you were little. Like the old Nickelodeon, like Little Bear, Tailspins, you know what I'm saying? Chip and Dale, Rescue Rangers, Looney Tunes, Popeye. If you Sit your kid down and let your kids watch those type of cartoons, they would get into it. Heathcliff, Garfield, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. You know, let your kids watch the old cartoons that we watch so that they can have a clear mind and a normal lifestyle to grow up to choose what they really want to be, whatever gender that they choose to be. But as you a child, you gonna learn the right way, man and woman, because that's how they create, recreate. I want to show I'm sure a lot of more parents are like, they want to show their child the right way. But like I say, but if their child get older and choose to go their route, then it's cool. But right now, putting it in the cartoons, no, man. I think that's wrong, man. I'm gonna keep it 1,000, cause kids' mind ain't there yet, man. Kids only understand what they see. And if you putting this in the cartoons and they seeing it, that's what they gonna do. So what would I have done in that situation? To these kids, man, you just got to just tell them the truth, man. You just got to tell them like, oh, that's just a cartoon. And that's why I say we have to spend time explaining and talking to these kids, man. Because if you don't, the world gonna show them another way. And they gonna go that way. They gonna go astray. So, I mean, it's a difficult world nowadays, man. If you having kids and you just got to put in a lot of work if you want your child to be raised right. Or you can neglect and don't say nothing and let your child go astray to what the world want them to go. That's just my opinion. That's just how I see it. So, hey, I mean, we're getting crazier, but like I say, I have nothing against the LGBT because they chose that when they got older. Not no 5-year older and watching cartoons and like, oh, that okay, we can do that. And then they hanging with their friends and they doing it. Then when they get older, what you think they gonna be? They gonna be that. They'll get a boy will get them a boyfriend because they think it's cool. They saw it on the cartoons. It's okay. We need to let these kids make their own decisions, man. So like I say, my advice, instead of taking them to the movies to see these new movies, Disney cartoons, we got internet. Go on there and pull up those old cartoons. Let them watch old cartoons. And I guarantee you, they'll love them just as much as you taking them to that movie. Especially if you explain it like, oh, this cartoon good, and they curious and they watching it, they gonna watch it. And I promise you, they gonna love it because we loved it. So, hey, I just wanted to just state my opinion on that, throw this message out there. Like I say, we got to work harder as an adult, as a parent. You see how the world going. For your young child, you're going to have to work harder and watching what they doing, watching them and what they see. Especially like a 5-year-old, you just going to have to be in front of them, man. That's the best way these days, man. Because like I say, life is getting harder, man. And we want our child to grow up making the best decisions. And if they get older and chose to go that way, then they made their own decision when they had enough sense to do it. Instead of brainwashing them as a child and forcing them into thinking that it's okay. And they just thought that it was okay. That's why they doing it. Which is what I think is wrong. So hey, it is what it is, man. Parents, be on your kids, man. Talk to them. Get into their heads and see what they own, and whatever way, whatever the best fit that you think, shoot for it, man. All right, y'all like this video, on your way out, man. And if you ain't subscribed, subscribe to the channel, man. I'm gonna be bringing some more flavor. And you know, it's all good. It's your boy Mean Joe Green. It's love. And I'm up out.